All right, hide your wallet, boys. This one's going to be an expensive one. Coming in at 295 bucks. This is the Mopar Side Step. It is an official part for the Ram 1500 2019 through 2021. It is a bolt-on, simple bolt-on installation. You remove two bolts, you put two back, you add a third one they provide for you, and you're done. It is rock solid. The step tread matches the bumper tread, and it looks awesome because you can barely see it, but it's fully functional when you need it. All right, can you see the new mod? How about now? How about now? There it is. All right, so here's how this works. You take your foot, push down, opens up, you step up, and step up. To put it away, just give it a kick. All right, let's talk tools. You're gonna need a breaker bar, two 21mm sockets, an extension, 1/2-inch ratchet, some sort of clip pullers. These are my new favorite clip pullers right here, and a torque wrench. All these tools will be in the description below. These are tools I've been using for years. And don't forget, any tools that you purchase on Amazon with my affiliate links, it goes to help out the channel, so we really appreciate it. So included in the kit, you're going to get some instructions, a bolt, and a nut. The nut is used on some cars without the threads welded in. You're going to get the side step, and it's just going to be in a box, no packing materials. This thing took a beating on the way here, but it looked great. Overall, there's a really cool feature here with this little hook right here where you can hook it into an eyelet slot that's already in the frame, and this way you can just hang while you're working on it. Alright, let's get started with this no-nonsense install video. First thing you're going to do is you're going to pop that little yellow tab back. Don't do what I did and pull it too hard and yank it out. You could reinstall it later, but just take it easy on it. Now you're going to pull the release. You're going to pull it straight away, and as you're pulling it, it's disconnecting it. And then you can simply pull the gray connector out and away. The next step you're going to do is you're going to grab your puller tool. Now I grabbed this one off Amazon. You're going to find a link in the description. This is probably one of my new favorite tools. This is the first time I used it, and it made it so much easier. Once you get it underneath, you give it a squeeze, and one part of the tool stays against the car. The other part pulls the thing away. Watch, 1, 2, 3, pop. Look how easy that was. Alright, you're also going to need to remove that upper clip up there as well. Again, the hardest part about using this tool is find the right angle to use it on while you're hanging under a car. Make short work of that clip. Now you can take that wiring harness and just move it out of the way. You're going to reinstall that towards the end. Next thing you're going to do is we're going to remove these two bolts right here. Now don't be an idiot like me and try and use a standard 1/2-inch ratchet to try and pull this off. We got a 21mm socket on there, and basically you can't do it. You're going to need something like a breaker bar to get some more leverage. I mean, I'm pulling the entire truck down here, knocking my camera over. So after I got done pretending I'm a strong man, I grabbed myself a good breaker bar with a little extension going here, and I used all my strength to break these things free. Alright, so remember that nut we talked about earlier? Well, this hole right here either needs a nut or it's threaded from the factory. So mine was threaded from the factory, so I don't need that nut, so that's just basically a spare part we're going to toss. Alright, so this is the fun part. You actually got to read the instructions that show you the exact position that you can manipulate this to get it in place. It's not something that you can easily just shove in there. It's kind of like a puzzle. As you can see, I got to put it in and then twist it and turn it, and then kind of get it up around the exhaust and into that space. Remember that hook we talked about earlier that was on the piece? Well, that hook goes into a little eyelet, so it kind of holds it in place. Instead of having you watch me struggle with this, I'm just going to show you the short version. And for any of you Junkyard Dave fans out there, check out my shirt. I got his Rampage t-shirt. Great fitting t-shirt. If you don't have one, you should probably go get one. Speaking of merch, don't forget, check down on my bio. We got the Challenger t-shirts and the WorkPlayDrive originals still on sale. Alright, we're almost done here. So first you're going to tighten the two original bolts that came out of the car. Then you're going to use the provided bolt that came with the kit. And again, if your hole is threaded, just use the threads. If not, use the nut they provided. Alright, once you snug these three bolts down, don't forget you have to torque them down to the spec that's in the manual. Mine said to do 126 foot-pounds, and I'm not sure if you know, but 126 foot-pounds in this position under the car with all this stuff in the way is not easy. The next step is to put that connector through that little V groove in the step. It's easier if you close the clamp there, run it through, and finally reconnect. Don't forget, after you close the red release, don't forget to push in that little yellow lock. The next step is putting the grommets back into place. You're going to push the first one in, back where we pulled it out of. And the one in the back, there's actually a hole in the step made for that grommet. Just a quick safety precaution, a reminder that that step is spring loaded, and while you have it open and you're working on it, try not to kick it, because if that thing slams shut, it's going to hurt. Alright, and that concludes today's video. Hope you guys are enjoying the new short and to the point format. If you are, be sure to gently press that like button. We do have some Challenger content coming back. New truck, new toy, gotta play with it for a bit, so bear with me on this Ram content. If you're stopping by for the first time, please be sure to check out my other content and consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.